5th November 2020. Mina was going somewhere by car. She had an unfortunate accident, but when the police found Mina's body, they think there was something happening inside the car, which was not normal. So let's learn more about today's case. Revolve around Tuchi Mina Lishi. Tuchi Mina lived with her family in Naharnagar, Arunachal Pradesh. She belonged to a lower middle-class family, and she was a very kind girl since childhood. Everyone used to call Mina lovingly as Amu, and even though she was from a small village, her dreams were very big. Mina also knew that if she wanted to do something big in life and study seriously, then the best option would be to go to Itanagar and take admission in a good college and pursue her studies seriously. So, in 2008, she moved to Itanagar and took admission in Polytechnic College. In the initial days, adjusting to a new place is a bit strange to Mina, but then after meeting Roni Lishi, it became easier for Mina to adjust. Now, who is Roni Lishi? He was the son of an MLA from Arunachal Pradesh, and he also studied in Mina's college. Both of them had a good relationship from the first meeting. They liked each other's personality and nature, because of which they started seeing each other, and they fell in love with each other. So after being in a relationship for 2 years, they both decided that now we will get married now. Roni Lishi's family went to Mina's house to talk about marriage. Now, as I said before, Mina was a girl from a lower middle class family, and Roni is a MLA's son who was above upper middle class. When Roni Lishi's family came to Mina's house with a marriage proposal, his family did not understand anything. Mina and his family clearly knew this thing, that there is a huge difference in the status of our family. But then the Lishi's family convinced them that both our children love each other. So seeing the happiness of their daughter, Mina's family agreed to this marriage. And in 2012, after marriage, both Roni and Mina shifted to Roni's Itanagar house, and they were living happily. After 2 years of marriage in 2014, Mina and Roni had their first child, and it was a girl. Not only Mina Roni, but both of their families were very happy. Mina's family was happy to see that their daughter's married life is full of happiness. They had named their first child Yumiko, and Mina loved her very much. Roni also loved his daughter very much, and he had many businesses, so he named one of his businesses after his daughter name, which was Yumiko Global Infratech Private Limited. Everything was going smoothly. He suddenly asked Mina to divorce, and after hearing this, was not only happy, their families were also very shocked because till now their married life was going very well. There was no sign of conflict and no one had said anything to his family. There were no fights or any such issues between them. So this was very shocking for everyone. Both their families asked them the reason for divorce. Why do you suddenly want divorce? They explained a lot to them. Then Roni left the topic of divorce and the entire issue was solved. After which both of them stayed together for 2 years, and their families thought that now everything is all right. 2 years have passed. Now everything will be sorted, but it is not solved at all. Suddenly again, in 2019, Roni again asked for divorce from Mina, and this time the weights were buzzing out all way. Between 2017-2019, both were living together, but their relationship was not like husband and wife at all. Roni often stayed out of the house for long days, and at times Mina used to take care of Yumiko alone. Now Roni started abusing Mina, and things were getting out of control. That is why Mina's family had now decided that there is no need to talk anymore. They will be fine if their daughter stays with them. They wants to keep her daughter from getting further tortured. But then a very strange thing happened. Roni Lishi's family came to talk Mina's family at their house, and the reason was that Roni Lishi's father going to take part in the elections this year. And if this news came outside that his son is going to divorce with his wife, there is a problem in his marriage. His son beats her wife, and now he's going to divorce his second wife too. Then whatever status he had in politics probably comes to an end. And yes, you heard right. This was not Roni's first marriage. It was his second marriage with Mina, and he had also divorced his first wife. That is why he tried to convince Roni, Mina's family, and also tried to convince Mina. But this time, Mina's family was not agreed. They wanted their daughter safe, so they agreed for divorce. But then suddenly Roni's mind changed. He started crying, saying sorry to Mina, and said, "I never got hurt you." Again, he kept saying that had made a big mistake. Now Elle would never do that again. Please give me another chance. He was literally begging for forgiveness. He also said that he would take Mina and shift to another house and make a new beginning with her. Mina's family was thinking that earlier he was saying one thing and now is saying something else. But then they felt that perhaps Roni has realized his mistake, and everyone makes a mistake mistake, so he should be given another chance. That is why Mina's family and Mina also gave Roni another chance. As promised, he had shifted to the new house in Itanagar with Mina and Yumiko. Now everything was back to normal. He treated Mina well, spent time with her, spent time with his daughter. And then in 2020, he came to know that Mina was pregnant again. They confirmed that his daughter's married life was now back on track. Roni Lishi is now back as loving and caring before. Both Mina and Roni were very happy after hearing this news. Both they were excited for this, and as soon as Mina became pregnant, Roni started taking extra care of her. He would wake her up in the morning and make breakfast for her. Now Mina was 7 months pregnant, and she was not able to travel much, so he had also hired a new driver for her who would take Mina to work for groceries or to any other place. And again, they both were working, but on the 5th November 2020. On the 5th November, Roni told Mina that came to Karsingsa because Roni had some work, so he told Mina to come there and I will meet you directly at the location. Mina left for Karsingsa with his driver in a white Innova. This road is a not proper cemented, and there are many bushes and ditches on the other side of this road. There is a temple on the same road, and his car crossed that temple, but they never reached Karsingsa. Now around 12 to 2 o'clock, there were some people going, and their eyes fell on the other side of the road. They saw white Innova had gone off the track and had off-road at this point. And the people who had seen Mina's car first could not even help because there was a ditch below it. That's why, without touching the car too much, they called the police directly. When they reached that location, and they saw Mina's body on the passenger seat, but the driver's seat was empty. At that time, Mina's entire body was covered in blood. Even under the seat of car, there was a lot of blood which seemed a bit off to the police. The car had apparently met with an accident, or it looked like that, but there was not even a single major scratch on the car. There was not even a single big dent, except the bumper of the car which had hit the bushes. The windows of the car were also completely intact. In this whole scene, only Mina's body was looking odd. So clearly something was off in this case, that there is no major damage on the vehicle, but blood is coming out from the passenger's body, and the driver is also missing. The policeman knew that there is something fishy here. Without investigation, they could not say anything, but she's still alive, so she was taken to the hospital as soon as possible. But unfortunately, Mina could not make it, and along with her unborn child was also died. But now there is a question here. Is this an accident or a planned murder? Well, according to the post-mortem report. Later, it was confirmed that it was a foul play because someone had attacked Mina's head several times with a hammer-like object. Not only this, there were deep injuries on her thighs and arms too. All these injuries obviously did not come from an accident. This could have been an attempt to murder. When the policemen talked to people present at the scene, they also said that there was no driver present at that time, so now the search for that driver started. The policemen first investigating Mina's husband. They asked Roni for the contact number of that driver, and they started tracking him. And the driver was finally caught on the 9th of November, and the name of that driver was the Dathang Suyang. He told the police that the brakes of the car had failed, due to which the car overturned, and she had gone off-road and fell into the ditch. Dathang thought that he was really cooking up something, and police would believe his story. But after putting a little pressure on the Dathang told everything to the police, and whatever he said, it was very difficult to hear not only for their families, but the whole of city. He said this was not an accident. This was a planned murder. He, along with another person, had killed Mina. Basically, these two were hired by another person to kill Mina, and the name of the person who hired them was Roni Lishi. Now you thinking, what was the motive behind Roni to kill her wife? Actually, Roni Lishi had an affair with another girl whose name was Chumi Taya, and Roni loved this girl very much because she was younger and pretty. Roni had somehow kept his affair hidden for 2 years, but in 2019, when he shifted to a new house in Itanagar with Mina, and when Mina checked Roni's phone, Mina had seen some messages with Chumi Taya, and Mina had started suspecting Roni from 2019 because Roni used to stay out of the house for days, did not pick up her phone, did not talk to her, even his daughter. And one day, Roni had not come home for many days, so Mina reached that girl's house. She knew this thing that Roni used to go to Chumi's rented house to meet her, and she was right. Roni was there. Chumi knew everything, and according to some reports, she was also involved in this murder, but we will talk about that further. But now Roni and Chumi got seeing together in the same room. It broke Mina. She thought that her married life was going well, but her husband is in an affair for 2 years, but she, thinking about her family name, that why she she did not say anything to Roni, but she used to scare Roni and threatened him by saying that he should behave properly with me. Otherwise, I will tell everything to your father. Roni was very smart. He knew that he would not get a divorce so easily because her father is an MLA and it will affect his father's image. And that's why he made a plan. According to Roni's plan, firstly, he will get Mina pregnant so that everyone in the family and Mina's parents also feel that how happy our married life is, how much he loved my wife and my daughter. But while doing all this, he was hiring killers who would kill Mina on a specific day and portray her in such a way that an accident had happened here. And he made a complete plan knowing this fully, that his wife would 7 months pregnant. I do not know how low a person can fall. But on the 28th October, Roni went to a hotel for some meet with his friend Kapawang Lawang. So Kapawang was a part of gang. That's why Roni had contacted Kapawang so that he could hire killers. Kapawang had brought 2 more men with him, Tani Koyong and Dathang. These 4 together made a plan that Roni would keep Dathang as a driver in his house, and Dathang would kill Mina, and he make it look like it was an accident, and to kill his wife and unborn child in his wife's womb. He had paid them 10 lakhs. Everything was going well. On 30th October, Roni hired the Dathang as a driver in his house, and Mina also agreed to this. But on the 2nd November, Dathang told Roni that he cannot execute this plan alone. So he had to hire another person. Help would be needed to do everything properly. So Roni contacted Kapawang again, and Kapawang included Koyang in this plan. Koyang also worked as a driver for Roni, and on the morning of 4th November, Roni and Dathang decided to kill Mina on the road leading to Kar Singsa. According to the plan, after coming here, Koyang will wait for them on this road, and when he sees Mina's car, he will ask for lift as soon the car reaches more secluded place. And according to plan, Koyang will attack on Mina and push the car into bushes to make it look like an accident. Roni's plan was ready to execute. Now he was just waiting for 5th November. On 5th November, Roni convinced her to go Kar Singsa, and Koyang was waiting for them on the road. As soon as he saw Roni's Innova, he started hitchhiking. Mina felt a little strange after seeing this thing, but Dathang told Mina that, "Oh, I know this guy. He is my friend. Can I please give him a lift?" And Mina, being the kind-hearted woman she was, said okay and give him a lift. But how not know Mina did she was giving lift to her own murderer. At that time, Koyang was sitting in his car, and car moved ahead. And as soon the car crossed the temple, Koyang started attacking Mina with a hammer-like thing from behind. And he got Mina attacked so many times that Mina's head was cracked from behind. There was blood on the bottom. It was hitting her from the right side. That's why whenever he was taking her out the hammer, that blood would be falling down from there. And when they were confirmed that Mina was now dead, both of them came out the car. They pushed the car slowly into the ditch and ran away from there. They thought that the car would slow down and fall into the ditch, but that didn't happen. This is the whole thing that I have told you till now. Probably saying the names is based on Dathang Suyang's confession. And after Dathang's confession, everyone was arrested one by one. Roni was arrested on 10th November, and even he confessed his crime. Kapawang, Koyang, and 5 people were arrested on 13th November. On November 19th, the murder weapon was also recovered. And finally, Chumi Taya and the man who worked with her, Vijay Vishwas. Both of them were also arrested. Now, the police had all the things which was enough to get these 7 people punished. But I must say this, thing that Arunachal police had done the work in this case. They had solved this crime within 8 days. This case is still on. Going is in the court. It has been more than 3 years since they committed this crime, but till none of these 7 have been punished. It is heartbreaking for Mina's parents because all they want is justice for so many years, for the sake of daughter. And he just keeps on circling the court. He always hires lawyers. He goes and talks to the policemen, just in the hope that those who took his daughter's life will get some punishment. People was also organized march there, and people are demanding punishment for criminals, so that in future, no person can commit such crime. And so Roni is belonged to a political family. So to be honest, I have lost hope in this case, because if someone belongs to political family, then the culprit does not get punishment. We have seen this many times, that people belonged from influential families like political. They were never punished, like Pune Porsche case. So with this, Touchy Mina's case ends here. Before you go, like, share, and subscribe the video. Thank you.